Law 6, caught attention at all costs. In 1925, a young politician in Italy understood something his rivals didn't. If the crowd wasn't talking about you, you didn't exist. He staged parades, orchestrated dramatic speeches, even used the press to magnify his image. Within years, he controlled a nation. This is Law 6 of the 48 Laws of Power, caught attention at all costs. If you want to understand power, influence, and human nature, hit that like button and subscribe right now, because being invisible is the fastest way to lose power, and you don't want to be invisible. The law explained in the game of power, obscurity is death. People cannot follow you, fear you, or respect you if they don't notice you. Attention is the oxygen of power. Without it, you suffocate. With it, you can survive even failure, because people can't ignore you. Robert Greene writes, "Stand out. Caught attention at all costs." That doesn't mean being loud or desperate. It means being unforgettable, through style, through timing, through boldness that makes people look your way. Ask yourself this: if no one is talking about you, do you really matter in their world? Historical example: in 17th century France, the brilliant writer and playwright Molière became famous not only for his plays but for his bold personality. His rivals attacked him, critics mocked him, but every insult only fueled his fame. Why? Because people were still talking about him. As long as his name was on their lips, his power grew. History shows again and again, the person who draws attention, even negative attention, often ends up more powerful than the one who hides in silence. Modern examples today, the principle is the same. Think of business leaders like Elon Musk. He courts attention constantly, through bold statements, controversial tweets, and public stunts. Love him or hate him, you cannot ignore him. His companies benefit from the attention his personality attracts. Celebrities understand this law deeply. Some reinvent themselves with shocking outfits, wild performances, or bold declarations, because in their world, obscurity equals irrelevance. Even in everyday life, think of the colleague who speaks just enough to be remembered in meetings, or the student who makes their presence known in class. The quiet genius who never raises their voice often gets overlooked. Attention is leverage. Psychology insights psychologists call this the mere exposure effect. The more often we see or hear something, the more important and familiar it feels to us. This is why brands pay millions for ads, not just to persuade, but to be seen. In human nature, we equate visibility with value. The person seen most often, talked about most often, gains an aura of importance. It's unfair, but it's true. And in power, truth matters less than perception. How to apply the law? So how do you court attention strategically? Be bold. Don't fade into the background, stand out with your words, your appearance, or your timing. Use contrast. If everyone is silent, speak. If everyone speaks, stay quiet until all eyes are on you. Turn attacks into fuel. Don't hide from criticism, let it amplify your name. Create symbols. A look, a phrase, a gesture, something that makes you instantly recognizable. Stay consistent. Attention is not a one-time act. It must be cultivated, maintained, and expanded. The goal isn't to be liked by everyone. It's to be impossible to ignore. In your career, the quiet hard worker may get passed over for promotions, while the person who courts attention through visibility gets noticed by leadership. In relationships, the person who makes their presence felt, through humor, boldness, or unforgettable gestures, often leaves a deeper impact than the one who stays in the shadows. Even online, creators who understand attention win. It doesn't always matter who's best, it matters who's seen. Practical challenge for viewers. Here's your challenge today: do one thing that makes you stand out, in a meeting, in a conversation, or even online. It could be a bold question, a unique outfit, or a memorable phrase. Afterward, ask yourself, were people still talking about me when I left the room? That was Law 6, caught attention at all costs. Invisibility is weakness. Attention is survival. If this video gave you value, hit like, subscribe, and comment below. What's one bold move you've made that people never forgot? Next up is Law 7, get others to do the work for you, but always take the credit. If attention makes people see you, Law 7 shows you how to keep their respect while others build your empire. Until then, don't disappear. Make them look.